Hey YouTube. So if you're clicking on this video, it's for one reason and one reason only. You're hard stuck. Your account gets bad LP gains. Maybe it's because your win rate's bad. Maybe it's because you've just played so many games, whatever it might be. But you're like gaining 15 LP a game, you're losing 17, and it just feels awful, right? Thankfully, I have the solution. I've played thousands of games this season, and over the course of playing all these thousands of games, I've found out the secrets of Riot's MMR system and how to essentially cheat the MMR system in a way that can make you go from plus 15 a game to plus 39. So I have an account that was about Diamond 2, gaining 7, it was like Diamond 2 75 LP, gaining about 15 LP a game. And using this one simple trick, after going on a little win streak and getting into Masters, I ended up getting the account to having an MMR of gaining 39 LP a game. And in case you think it's a fluke, right? In case you think, oh, well, he doesn't know what he's talking about, it's just whatever. This is what the other games on the account look like, right? So we gain 30 LP, we lose 8, right? We lose 8, we gain 30. We gain 39, 30, 30, 30. So now you're interested. You're wondering, how do I do that, right? How do I get my account to being plus 39? How do I get an account with plus 30 LP? How do I fix my problem? How do I get out of this plus 15, this negative win rate like hellhole that you're in? Well, that's what we're going to be talking about in today's video. So today's video is going to be going over everything about MMR, how it works, and how to essentially cheat the system in a way that can inflate your MMR to insane amounts, allowing for much easier climbing. So, a little bit of backstory. What is MMR? So, MMR is the hidden matchmaking rating that, or MMR, which also stands for matchmaking rating, is a number that determines what kind of games you're going to get into. So you're going to have a visible rank, right? So let's open up Paint for this. You're going to have a visible rank, and your visible rank will be this, okay? But behind the surface, there are strings that are being pulled that Riot will consider, and those strings are MMR, right? So your account might be Diamond 2, but you're gaining 30 LP a game and you're playing in 500 LP Masters, or you might be Diamond 2, gaining 13 LP a game, playing in Diamond 4. And what that determines, or what that is determined by, is MMR. And MMR is determined by a variety of factors. It's determined by win rate, it's determined by game count, it's determined by starting rank. It has all these things that go into it, right? And all these things form into the matchmaking rating that decides what your skill level is, right? So, what we're going to be going over today is how to essentially fix your MMR. Because in the past, there were ways to do it, whether it be win streaking or dodging. But the thing is, nowadays, win streaking does not fix your MMR. Your MMR will always stay the same. I had an account go from Diamond 2 up to 450 LP with a 70+% win rate over the course of a week, and the MMR stayed the same, gaining 15 LP game throughout. So win streaking isn't a possibility, and dodging, the issue with it is that with all the dodging mechanisms in place, you can't dodge a lot of games a day anymore. So if you don't have a lot of time, the season's closing, and you just don't have the time to do all these dodging, right? 30-minute queues, 16-hour like lockouts, right? You don't have time for this. Well, I got you guys with the solution. So without further ado, let's get into it. What is the solution? The solution, it's very simple. It's something called a retransfer. So what is a retransfer? A retransfer is essentially when you're going to transfer your account to another region and then transfer it back to your original region, okay? So the thing is, when you transfer your account from, let's say, NA to US, right? So when you're going to go in the shop and you're going to direct yourself here and then to account, and then you're going to sell these transfer options, right? A retransfer is essentially, if I were to sit here, transfer to Latin America North, and then transfer back to NA. But the thing is, when you transfer, Riot can't keep your rank because different regions have different skills, right? Like we can all agree that someone who gets Challenger on LAN will not get Challenger on Korea, right? Or, well, most probably not, unless they're an insane player. So to make up for this, to account for this, Riot makes it so that if you transfer to another region, there's a certain cap on the rank that you keep, because you're not going to keep the rank of your account. So what Riot does is they allow you to keep your MMR, but hold on, up to about Masters 100 LP. So whether you transfer an account at Masters 100 LP or Challenger 1000 LP, there is no difference that is made. But if you were to transfer an account Plat 4 versus an account that's Diamond 1, there would be a difference. So you can transfer any account with a cap of about Masters 100 LP. And when you're going to transfer to this region and then transfer back, it's essentially like you're starting your provisionals again, right? So you're going to have no rank. And then what's going to happen is your account will still preserve the MMR that it has, right? So if you're a Diamond 1 player, for all intents and purposes, we're going to use Diamond 1 as the example for this video, because I myself have only pretty much transferred Diamond 1 Masters accounts. So you're going to transfer a Diamond 1 account. And what's going to happen is you're going to get the starting rank. If your account has a last season rank, then your account can have a higher starting position than an account that doesn't have a last season rank. So for example, if I have a fresh account and I retransfer it, the most I can start is Platinum 3 if my MMR is capped. But if I have an account that was, let's say, Season 10 Diamond 1, now instead I will start Platinum 1 instead of Platinum 3 for my first provisional game. So you're going to retransfer account and you're going to have to play your first 10 games. You can duo during these 10 games. However, you can only duo the first game if your account has a last season rank and the account that you're trying to duo with, your friend, also has a last season rank. If one of you is a fresh account, retransferring does not allow for you to duo, since it doesn't have any past rank to like base a baseline off of. So just like usual, your account's going to go and it's going to start off the 10 games with these inflated gains. So your first game is going to gain 56 LP, and then you're going to keep gaining certain amounts of LP until the last game, which if you go 10-0 in your placements, you can get about like 38 on your last win. So you can go and let's say you're a Diamond 1 player, and then you retransfer and you come back to NA and you start Platinum 2. If you 10-0 your placements, you're going to start in about Diamond 3, Diamond 2, right? And the difference between like just playing out your games and retransferring is that when your provisional games end, you will still keep these inflated gains, because Riot says this person is smurfing, so they have to have inflated gains so that they can enter their true rank easier. So that's how I got plus 39 LP in D1, which was because I had gone 8-2 in my placements, and after going 8-2 in my placements, I had won more and more and more until all of a sudden I had such a high win rate that I would just be getting an insane amount of LP, right? So before we continue, the last thing I want to say about placements is that in your placements, the starting games mean more than the ending games. So if you were to win the first 5 games of your placements and then lose the last 5, it essentially shows Riot at the beginning that you're a really good player and that you deserve a higher elo, so they're going to give you higher MMR. But if you were to lose your first 5 and then only win the last 5, then you're giving Riot a bad starting position, because they're saying like, okay, this person doesn't deserve to be in this elo. So you always need to be careful to like try your hardest to win the first 5 games. Those are the most important. After that one, it means less, right? So after your provisionals are going to end, for the next however many games, you're going to be gaining 30 LP, and if you're above Diamond, you're going to be losing 8 LP, or if you're Diamond or above, you're going to be losing 8 LP. If you're below, you're going to be losing 4 LP. So the caps on MMR currently that I know of are in Platinum and Diamond, and Platinum gains are capped at 28, and losses can get you anywhere between -2 to -4, whereas in Diamond, LP gains aren't actually capped, and you can gain up to 30, 31, 32 LP. However, losses are a little bit higher, where you're going to see -6 or -8 or -9. And then after Masters, from what I've noticed, you can also still gain these 31, 32, and you're still going to be getting -8, so it's the same as in Diamond. Below these ranks, so gold, silver, bronze, I'm not sure because I've never actually retransferred those level accounts. So if you guys want to know, you have to do it for yourself. So the other thing to remember is that if you want to maintain these plus 30 LP gains, your win rate needs to stay above 65%. If your win rate drops below that, you're going to slowly notice over time that your gains are going to go from plus 30 to plus 28 to plus 27, 6, 4, 5, 4, 3. But if you can always maintain a win rate of above 65%, your MMR will always have the potential to, your MMR will always be gaining anywhere between plus 28 to plus 30 LP. The other thing to note is that if your account loss streaks, but your game count is still relatively low, the MMR can be saved. So if you play, let's say 15 games and you won the first 7 and then you lost the last 8, but then you go on a 15 game win streak, your account will go back to that plus 30 LP because it is at a 65% win rate as a transferred account. So before you guys are ready to go and do your own retransfer adventure where you're going to be seeing these like insane gains, the last thing that I can say is that the best thing to do is to do it with hard stuck accounts, because if you want to make the games easier on you and just inflate your win rate even more, let's say you start in Platinum 3 and you duel with a Gold 4 player that has 200 games with a negative win rate. The game's going to be extremely easy for you to win, but Riot won't take into account the fact that it's a hard stuck game. So you're still going to gain the same MMR as if you were to duel with a, let's say, high Platinum player with MMR of Masters. So no matter what, you will be gaining the same MMR for every win. The only thing is if you lose a lot, your MMR will tank very, very, very fast since it is a lower elo. So just be cautious that you do not lose if you decide to do this. So anyways, with that being said, that's how you can get an account from bad gains to good gains. If you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you all for the next one. Peace.